Today's Cowboys Report is made possible by Roan. We'll tell you all about their awesome line of products later on in today's show. But as a reminder, folks, you guys can get 20% off over at roan.com/chatsports when you use promo code chatsports. We will get to the overreactions, which after that loss just kind of feel like reactions. First, injury news and notes. What we know so far, I'm sure we'll get more information Monday in the evening, Tuesday as well. CJ Goodwin, the core special teamer, there's concern on this one. A left shoulder, also saw a pec reported injury. So you saw he's kind of going like this after a play, like kind of hanging it down low. So there's concern there for the Cowboys and for Goodwin. We'll see what the status is moving forward, but he could miss some real time there. KaVontae Turpin, who is maybe one of two correct answers to the question, who actually played well against the 49ers? Turpin and I think the kicker did a decent job. He suffered an ankle injury, did not return, was kind of limping out there. I don't have any more updates beyond that. Hopefully he's okay, but for now, Turpin's status is unknown. I would not be surprised if he ends up missing some time. Now, we will have a live show later this afternoon. This is going to be a Cowboys therapy session. I'm a big believer in the 24 hours, say whatever you want to say, then you can kind of reset afterwards. We're still in that window. We will be there to vent plenty. Leighton Vander Esch, meanwhile, also injured. X-rays were negative on his neck. He kind of bent it up into, unfortunately, Micah Parsons on a play. I don't know if he's going to be okay. The history of neck issues is just red flags everywhere on this one. But X-rays being negative is a good thing. We'll see if there's a strain or not in the MRI. And it's not like you're dangerously thin already at the linebacker position. Vander Esch, Damone Clark, and I guess kind of sort of Marquise Bell. I do think you're missing DeMarvion Overshown pretty significantly at this stage, which is he was going to be your best draft pick. Your draft pick's been nothing this year. It's been a wasted class so far. I'm getting off topic. I'd save it for the venting session later. More injury news and notes here. Donovan Wilson suffered what looked like an ankle injury, which is concerning, when he missed a bunch of time last year. I get that you have to have players out there. I know you don't have the backs, 7 depth to not have somebody of note out there, but your starters are playing way too deep into that game. Again, that game, your win probability was at 5% even before that first bad interception by Dak. Like, why were they playing, when it was a 25-point game? Like, they should have sat the entire fourth quarter, frankly. That game was already over. So after that result, do you believe in this Cowboys team right now? I think I know the answer for many of you, and I get it. Y for yes, N for no. Do you believe in the Cowboys? Go vote for me in the comment section right now. Let's get to overreactions. You knew what number one was going to be, or at least you knew what the first two were going to be in some capacity. That's dumping Dak Prescott. Look, we know it's not going to happen right now. The no trade clause, the money, the fact that your owner's not going to tank on a season altogether, not happening. But no one on this team is exempt from the blame. We can argue over who's number one, who's number two, who's number 3 and 4 and 5, and probably be able to power rank, including coaches, like 50 people who were to blame in that game. In the end, Dak threw 3 interceptions, and the Cowboys got curb stomped. So we got to take the shade. All the memes on social media, all those talking heads who exist mainly just to troll Cowboys fans, I would advise just ignoring it. We have to take it. You can't throw 3 interceptions. Your offense was terrible all game long, and your quarterback gets a lot of the blame for that. That's how it works. And I'm sure there are people out there who will do the game was out of hand. The interceptions, it didn't really matter. You'd already lost the game. And that's all true, I guess. I'm not going to do it. We can't Dak not play well, right? No, even the most diehard of Dak truther, even Dak's family himself, be like, yeah, he didn't play. He was bad. It was bad. The offense, the quarterback were bad. There's a lot of bad to go around. And yeah, Dak gets a good portion of that blame. That's how this works. Now, today's show is made possible by Roan. Their commuter collection, I'm rocking one of their polos right now, can get you straight through any workday and right into whatever comes next. They've got products for every occasion. Pants, dress shirts, quarter zips, polos. You never have to worry about what to wear when you have the Roan commuter collection. They got 4-way stretch fabric, gives you breathability and flexibility for whatever life throws your way, from your commute to work to 18 holes of golf. It's time to feel confident without the hassle. You guys can get 20% off. Head to roan.com/chatsports and use code chatsports to save 20% off your entire order. That's 20% off everything when you go to RHONE.com/chatsports and use the code chatsports. Find your corner office comfort by utilizing the link and the promo code that will be in the comments section and the description of today's show. Overreaction number 2, some variation of, Mike McCarthy ain't it, fire him, he's not a good play caller. Look, whatever you feel about that game, almost all of your feelings are justified. I am saying it is okay for you to be mad, be livid, be sad, be angry at this player, that coach player. Everyone gets blamed. You don't lose 42-10 because you had 1 or 2 bad plays. No. All of it went away. I thought, you can go back and look at our preseason schedule predictions. I thought the Cowboys would be 3-2 right now. I thought they would also lose next week against the Chargers, and I don't feel good about that game. But it's not that they're 3-2. It's how they've gotten here. They've yet to actually play a normal football game. 3 blowout wins over bad football teams, one of whom has maybe one good side of the football altogether. An embarrassing loss against the Cardinals where you got too cocky and then you blamed the media because it's my fault. Yeah, it's my fault. Okay. Yeah. It's my fault your team plays like shit every week, Mike. Sure. It's how they've gotten there. This team is better on paper than what they were last year. In particular, on offense. They made one major change that was supposed to make the offense more consistent. And the offense, almost across the board for all these players, Cooks and Dak and almost CeeDee Lamb too, and Tony Pollard, they are all putting up career worst numbers so far to start a season. You made one major change. It's that guy. It's Mike McCarthy. Everything's been bad on offense outside of like the red zone. Like, you've moved the ball decently, but everything was bad against the Niners. Pollard's fumbling. The O-line's not blocking great. The receivers are not getting separation. The coaching calls were shit. This is coaching, right? Again, I am a believer in when it's a lot of things going wrong, it's probably a coaching thing. I thought Mike McCarthy coached scared last night. This was clearly a game in which your defense did not have its fastball. They did not have its A game. They were not good either. Again, the defense we're not going to spend too much time on the defense in this video, for just because we will get to it, but the defense did not play well. So why, when you have a chance to go score, it's 4th and 2, you're at almost midfield, you're down 21-7, there's 2 minutes left, and you punt? Really? And then you take a shot downfield and then take a second and go, okay, we're just going to bleed out the clock. What, really? Then you kick a field goal, again, down by 14, to open the drive after you ran it on 3rd and 4. You coach scared, and you lost. Not because, but in part. That is a big issue. My confidence in Mike McCarthy as this team, being the play-calling solution, Kellen had his flaws, don't get me wrong. I think Mike's been a downgrade so far. That's concerning. That's super concerning. So do you believe in Mike McCarthy as the Cowboys head coach, offensive coordinator? We'll spend some time on looking at Brian Schottenheimer in the next couple of days. But again, if we're talking about Brian Schottenheimer taking over play calling, aren't we in trouble? Because you hired McCarthy and let him call the plays, dumped your apparently popular elsewhere NFL offensive coordinator, let Mike do it. Concerning to me. A for yes, B for no in the comments. Overreaction number 3, and this is going to kind of tie into number 4 in more particularity here. CeeDee Lamb is me, and I am him. He was pissed. And it was obvious on the field, off the field, after the game. And you know what? good. Somebody needs to be mad. Now, this is not Lamb's going to demand a trade. No, we're not. That's not what's going on here. This is a competitive football player being pissed because his team got its ass kicked. This team should be mad. How this team responds with Chargers, bye, Rams, Eagles coming up here is going to determine everything about the way this current roster is constructed. Here's what Lamb said afterward. We've got to be complete. We can't go out there 1 week looking like a super team and the following week shit the bed. From my mind to CeeDee Lamb's lips, he ain't wrong. He's absolutely right on that take. You can't be this inconsistent. This was a big reason why you made changes, right? Why you dumped Kellen Moore. And the offense has been worse. I don't like that. So how mad are you after that game? Maybe you're a little bit less mad now that you slept on it. I'm definitely I was at a 10 in that game. I was throwing stuff again, but like I'm still pissed. And what concerns me, which we'll get to more in depth here, I don't think every player on that team is. I don't think every coach is. I don't know how mad your owner actually is. How mad are you? 1 to 10 is the scale in the comments. Overreaction number 4. It's the Cowboys are front runners. It's the same old Cowboys, right? You know, we make a big deal correctly about the offense not playing well against better defenses. Has your defense consistently done that? They kind of haven't, actually. It's been kind of a team thing. This team are a bunch of front runners until they prove me wrong. Until they prove that it's different. This is why I don't use the phrase, it's our year. Because they haven't done it yet. Oh, they'll talk the talk. This is a big game for us. We're locked in. And then they eat the bones and play terrible. Look, Dak called it humbling. That's accurate. He looked very sad post-game, by the way, which I suppose is fine. But you know what my problem is? Let's look at what Micah Parsons had to say after that game. I don't think the Niners are at a higher level than us. I think we're at the same caliber playoff team, same talent, same standards. We need to reconsider and fix some things. The score doesn't really show what happened out there. I've never seen a champion not be battle-tested. We're just getting tested early. There's no such thing as losing. We learn. Tonight, we just learned a lesson. Sometimes you got to look at these losses as a blessing and just say thank you. Now, before I get mad, maybe Mike is just trying to be positive. But miss me with this type of talk. Are we fucking serious right now? This is football. There are losers and there are winners. There is no participation trophy for making the playoffs and winning a game. You don't get to hang a banner for made the playoffs in 2023. What? No. No. Absolutely not. I am not okay with this talk of, you know what, we're not that far. Yes, you are. You lost 42-10. How is that your mindset? Of, shucks, get out of here. No. Micah was MIA last night. Again, the Niners game plan was good, blah, blah, blah. Didn't do anything. Jordan Lewis made your one play on defense. It's the same old Cowboys until they prove it. And the most accurate thing that Jalen Smith ever said was, if the owner ain't tripping, we're good. Is the owner tripping right now? Is Jerry Jones pissed? Because that's been your one constant for all these issues. Your owner just seems to be okay, getting views and making the playoffs and seeing if they get lucky. You have to be better. That mindset can't happen. Can't. You need to have the Lamb mindset and be pissed and make changes, not, we were close. No, you weren't. You got embarrassed on prime time. And you have the fucking audacity to say there are no losers. Yes, there are. This is football. You lost. Make adjustments, or this entire organization, this core, is going to have to be reconsidered this offseason.